Hello, my wonderful friends. I'm in my little bedwomb. That wasn't a mispronunciation. It feels like a little womb, and I feel like I'm being born every time I exit. And I am really. I'm a different person, so I like that. So it's my bedwomb. It's not a womb with a view, which I might fix at some point because I'd love to know that it's daylight or dark because it's a little bit disorienting, which is it has its good points too. But what I wanted to show you is I have a new idea. I had gotten this little heating plate for my chicken coop here, Cozy Chicken, or Cozy Coop. And it's 2 heat settings, built-in thermostat, large high visibility on-off display. It is really safe, and it says 1/9 low wattage, 1/9 of what you would use for 90% less energy used than a space heater. So I then thought, obviously I would guess it's not meant to bring something up to warm, but it's meant to reduce the chance in the really cold times of chickens getting frostbite, that really cold. Just taking that out. And I'm thinking, what if I had one in here that I have on when I'm gone, and then I turn that off and turn my heater on when I come in, so there's not as much, just breaking that freezingness that might come into here when it gets colder. So I'm going to test this out, and I'll give you feedback over time. I'd like to know at different temperatures outside, what temperature will this bed womb be when I first come in before I put the heater on. I'm really, really curious. This should be a very good test. So this is what it looks like. It's just a little plate, thin, hooks on the side. It's got its little protected cord. It's got its on-off or high-low and a plug-in. So I've got to put in 2 screws. I could put in 4, but for now 2 screws evenly placed should. Now, where did I put that measuring tape? I know I brought it in here because I got to measure the 2 screw, the space between the 2 screws, so that I can then hook it on to those on the wall. And I'm certain I did. Oh, here we go. Measuring tape. So what I'm gonna do is measure center to center. Probably should do it from here to here. So center to center would be 10 inches and a quarter. Let's just make sure. It says it might be 10. Might not be 10. That's a hard one to call. Oh, who is this? Oh, I don't know. Goodbye. Let's try centimeters. I'll go from center to center. So 27 minus a centimeter, because I started at 1, just to avoid any chance of the beginning of the tape screwing things up. So 26 centimeters. That should be 28. Yeah, 26 centimeters in between. And then enough room that I can put it at least 2 inches, so 2.5. And what did I say, 26? 26 centimeters, I'm pretty sure. Now, question is, do I have a pen? I think I do. I think I have a pen in here somewhere. Yes. Yay, I'm starting to get organized, and it's starting to pay off. So 26, sorry. And I'll find a nice even spot. Okay, hold on, we gotta get closer. 7 there. Is it really? Wow. About the center, I think, is good. So that should be 26. Okay, there to there. Yes. So now, if... Okay, yeah, you can see me. I'm not cut off. Just put my fingers where those things are, just kind of imagine. Yeah, I think that's good. But I could do them at least a little bit higher. Okay. And then should get them equal distance from the top of the shelf. Let's say 2 inches. Sometimes the fiddliness. So there's an X. And an X. And now let's just make sure. Once again, 20. Let's put it at 2 and 28. Yep. And 2 inches. 2 inches. Yep. And then I brought in some screws. Well, actually, they gave me screws. Maybe I should use theirs in case they're just better suited. I put them over here. Unless they have the wrong ends. Which is quite often the case. Yeah, it's an X. Whatever there. A little cross. Whereas I got the tip for the square one. Whatever they're called. Yeah. I mean, the other ones are better suited because they have a flat edge here and a round edge, so it would lock better. But I think this is going to be good enough for now, and if I have to, I'll change the screws later. But for now, I just want to get it up here so that when I step out of here, I can do this experiment so that when I come back later, I'll have an idea. Now, this is probably going to pierce. I better check this out first. I don't want... Well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but... I'll tell you though, you drop something and it falls underneath everything, and it's a whole struggle. No, that's all right. It's not going to pierce through the plastic. Unless I push against the other side, of course. Okay. Maybe about there. I still have to screw on the board itself properly. I just put it on enough for now. There. A little closer. I think that should be about it. And then I got to put a couple screws in so it doesn't fall on my head while I'm sleeping at night. But yeah, I think this is a good experiment, because if this works out... Oh. Where did you fall? I didn't hear you hit the ground. Where are you? Now you must have hit the ground. Oh, there you go. I've been practicing a lot lately. Where are you? I've been practicing a lot lately. I don't know, the subtle art of I call it the kick the tire syndrome of I'm trying to reduce and eliminate the little swearing under my breath kind of thing, like when I drop something, you know, the inner critic. And I don't find it a very good trait. I don't think it's helping me any, so I'm really working on eliminating those patterns. That's really good. There. One more. Oh, that was not so clear. I took a risk and I dropped it because I'm on such an angle here. There, nice and strong. And here's my panel. I think I might have it. Oh, they may be in a little too tight by a bit. Well, actually, that one did work, so. Is that not? I think I just need to pull it out a bit more. Whoop. It's supposed to come out. Oh. Now it won't go in or out, which of course is annoying. But it's basically gone past its threading inside to pull itself out. So I just need something to push against the other side. See, these are the little frustrations I'm finding are absolutely unnecessary, and all they do is slow me down when I get irked by something. And usually that kind of ties in with being self-critical, which is in a way self-defacing. Well, it's enough of that, and when they all add up, it's like an attack on yourself by yourself. So I'm working on getting rid of it, because I'm finding it isn't serving me at all. There we go. I mean, it's a little loose because of that, and I'll figure that out over time. For now, it's just a matter of getting it up where it's not going to fall. Make sure that my heater's off because I don't want to blow anything, even though it is a low wattage. I still feel I don't want to be silly and overly decadent with it, at least for now. There's no need for it anyway, so. And I am about conserving energy as well. So let's see what happens. Oh, it's on low. I guess I'm going to put it on high. And we'll see in a minute if we feel something lovely called warmth. We'll kind of go from there. I don't want to have this, even though it is very safe and that, I'm going to put another piece of wood from here down so I can put the other two screws in to hold this better and to keep it away from the plastic. Just to be super safe. But that's pretty well it. I didn't really look at instructions or anything, but it has feet in case you want to sit it down on something. Well, at least I won't get frostbite now. Heat control, cozy coupe, has built-in cord switch, permit half power or full power. Lit when light is on, middle position is off. Heat display front panel surface has a convenient, oh, look at that. Convenient heat sensitive indicator, clearly visible from a distance to show when the panel is in use. When heated, it shows the universal on symbol as shown in the upper left corner of the unit. When cold, it disappears. When the red indicator is visible, the unit is on or still warm. So this little spot here, oh yeah, I can feel it. Fucking right. Oh my God, this is good. Wow. I am very curious. Fuck. I'm getting excited. I'm getting really excited. Oh yeah, I'm getting excited. So, I mean, I had the heater on earlier and I've had it off for quite a while, so it's about 54 degrees right now. Now it's got my body heat in here as well, adding to that. So I would guess it'd be a little bit cooler if I wasn't in here, and it would cool down over time because it wasn't that long ago that I had maybe an hour or so, but so it's gone down to 54. Now we'll see what happens with this on. And I'm gonna go out, take the dogs for a walk, do some cleanup and organizing and stuff, make good use of the daylight, and then maybe I'll charge my phone, which means I won't be available if someone calls me, but I think this is a good idea. And then I'll see what the temperature says. Actually, this would be good to go on this post, but then I can't hang. No, it needs to go up higher. Or it needs to go, actually, I should have a bunch of little things here. You know what? While you're all here, let's just put this up. I need to get more of these because I was taking them inside, outside, just so I could get different readings. But if I fix this here, it isn't going to go anywhere. Well, actually, that's nice too. But maybe I won't put a hole in that lovely cabinet. And I'll just do this instead. Now, actually, I don't want the thermometer too close to the heater, though. I notice that I have to be standing if it's... Where is a good place? That is a good place right there. Just don't want to put a hole in there. If it was a really small screw, I wouldn't be so upset about it, but I don't want to. Okay, where can I put it? I can put it here, but it's in the middle. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is good up here. But I think maybe I'll put it here. Just gotta look at where I can see the thermometer part fairly clearly. You can see that's 60. I'm gonna try it for now. Boy, it's gonna stick out a little bit, but I'm gonna have a lot of pointy screws sticking through here and there, which at some point I'll go around and angle grind them off or something. Okay. There, fixed on. And now I have a built-in thermometer in here. It's going up to 62 already. So it's already having an effect. Fuck, this is great. This is great. Because you could also, maybe you could eliminate the other heater by having two of these in here, like one on that wall or something. Because if it's 1/9 or 90% less on your electrical bill, 2 of them is still a lot less. So 2 of them still, if it can work, it's safer. You could have it on without being in, which I just won't take the risk unless it's just for a few minutes with that heater, because I have so many blankets and things. So I do need to get another piece of wood. Let's just see. Yeah, there's no real noticeable heat on this side. That's awesome. So until I get the wood, that'll be good. The thing with this little place is I bring anything in and it's starting to get overwhelming. So I have to, every time I go out, bring something with me to minimize that cluttering effect. This has helped a lot. This little cabinet that goes all the way down to the ground in decluttering a bit. My little cabinet behind with the door on it. I put tools that I'm using, and I know I'm still in the middle of using it, up somewhere, just because otherwise it's too much work going in and out. Maybe I'll keep this just for now, in case I have to refer to it. Throw it up there, and let's get things a bit more organized. I was having both paper towels put in a place. Could put this up. Nope, won't fit unless it has a lid on it. I'll put it there for now. Got my tape measure, which I could put here. Although I could put it on my belt so that it's with me, because if I go and grab some wood, I'll need to know. So I don't need the feet, but I feel like I shouldn't throw them out yet. But I'm gonna throw them out, I think, because it's just useless. I'm not gonna ever have them on legs, so there. Bubble wrap for something that came in, and I think it's now time. I showed you the carton thing, so that was $80, which, if it's working out, it's going to be $80 very well spent. There. I'm also trying that if I eat in here, eliminating the chance of even a crumb so that I don't attract mice. I do need to get a zip tie to attach this, because the sticky part that it came with is absolutely useless. I tell you, when they put out these products, they know some of these things they put on them are absolute crap, and that people just aren't going to bother taking it back because of it, so they just give you inferior stuff. It's annoying, but it's not worth getting here. Whatever in a bunch. They're just getting things out of the way, because it tend to sit on things too. Okay, so that can go in here. Did I already? Okay, that's there. I had a wonderful coffee this morning, though, staying nice and hot. I did have last night. I got them for when a client was here, but they're not going to be here till next week. So I decided I would eat a bunch of them yesterday. And I got in a shrimp ring, and I put it on the concrete outside so it would stay nice and cold overnight. The ones I couldn't eat, I was just getting too full. And it was a bit late. I really got to curb this late night eating thing. It's not good. And it sometimes can promote the chance of me waking up just feeling off, because my body is digesting stuff while I sleep, which is just not good. Have you ever noticed with shrimp rings, I usually never ever buy them, but they were on sale. But you ever notice they're absolutely flavorless? So my guess is they suck all the juices out of them and sell that separately, and then just sell these for looking like they're good. Because they're always eaten with this sauce, which I guess is to mask the flavorlessness of it. Still, it's a good breakfast. Yep, it's doing good. What's the temperature now? Yeah, it's just going over 60. If I could get it to stay around even 50, it's going to be great. So, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be keeping that there, which means I'm going to be buying another one for the chicken coop. But I don't think I would have thought of it if I hadn't already had it sitting here. So I feel like that was a blessing. And I'm very grateful for everything, but for that specifically right now, coming through. I had a lovely experience with Raven this morning. Kind of bittersweet. Definitely bittersweet because it started bitter and turned sweet. Just had some emotional stuff I woke up with. Really missing Raven. And it felt so energetically tight that I also masked, almost felt like, am I getting sick? Like, this is so intense. So I intuitively pulled out my special song now that I use to communicate with Raven and for Raven to communicate with me, because that's where it started. It can go either direction or both at the same time. And it's a song by Paolo Nutini. I don't like all of his stuff, like any artist, but I do have a few preferred pieces. I have to be in the right mood for certain ones, but this piece is totally different. I had this experience with it. It triggered something very healing, and I now can use it over and over again for that purpose. And I quite often will play it through to the halfway point where it switches to where he sings, "I'll be there waiting for you," and repeats it over and over again and builds it with intensity and volume and that celebratory, happy kind of state. And in the one that I like, it's an outdoor summer festival, and it keeps going to the people and how happy they look and how rejoicing they look, all singing, "I'll be there waiting for you, I'll be there waiting for you," over and over again, and building. And it goes to the crowd, and they're on people's shoulders, little kids, adults, women, men, and they're literally celebrating this beautiful thing. And it just feels like the first time I felt Raven saying it to me, and it flooded me with this emotion and release and tears. Now I sing it to her, and depending on how I feel depends on how I sing it. Sometimes I just hum it, sometimes I just listen. This morning I had a lot of emotions coming through, and so I raised my volume in here. Took my chances, no one was outside like a courier or something going, "What the fuck's going on in there?" And I was just singing out in the horriblest tone deaf way. with warbles because of crying. But it felt so good. And the point I wanted to make was it shifted things so much that feeling that almost felt like, am I getting sick or something? Like, just, it was so intense, the emotions blocked and bunged up, that it just went. Like, what an amazing experience. So I wanted to share that with you. I also posted a Richie Valens song, Freedom, because those are the last words Raven ever said, was freedom 4 times in a row. She said it really clear, really crisp. And days before that, leading up to it, she never said a word. She was gone. And after that, she never said a word. And she died the next morning, passed out of her body at 3 in the morning. So freedom said 4 times so clearly and so concise and so confident, like penetrating. I always go back to revisit. So I posted Richie Valens' Freedom, and then I looked at a bunch of other stuff that came up on that word, and there's another one which is kind of interesting, different when I checked it out, but I was really curious. And it's they claim private party on the island of Ibiza, and I remember when the guy's talking to some of the crowd, he's going, oh, look at each other, find someone you don't know, and kind of send this energy to them, exchange energies, and then someone else, so we have kind of a family here. And then he goes, oh yes, you're all family already. And I'm sure it was someone kind of going, no, we're classified as a private party, you're whatever. So he changed his tune. But it was so beautiful, the energy, and everyone was having so much fun. And it was just so loving. So I think I might share that video with a little explanation with it of why I am posting it, because it doesn't directly say freedom or anything, but this singer really captures a beautiful energy. It's not even my style of music at all. Not even my style of music. His preamble beforehand is what I was interested in. It's a little bit of singing in the beginning, and I was thinking, okay, it's going nowhere, it's just the preamble. But then he goes into a second section of the music later on where it was actually really, really nice and worth listening to, the words and just his way of delivering it. So stay tuned for that, and I'm going to talk to you guys soon, because I don't want this to turn into 2 videos. So love you guys always. Please push the like button, enjoy, subscribe, leave comments, all that wonderful jazz. I'm waiting until it's 33 minutes and 33 seconds, so it's 33 and almost 20. So I have a moment. But yeah, I love you guys. I said that before, I'm saying it again.